Hey folks, I wanted to talk about something that's pretty basic but really important when it comes to evangelism and apologetics. And that's this idea of a relational dynamic. What I mean by that is that when you engage someone for any reason, immediately there's a dynamic that begins to develop. You're not just dealing with an inanimate object that you can make do whatever you want it to do. You're dealing with a person, and a person has a personality. And sometimes that personality is very different from your own. And sometimes that doesn't line up, it doesn't mesh. The reason that I want to discuss this is that often after trying to engage someone, we walk away feeling defeated. We feel as if we failed God, and at any rate, we feel that we just didn't do a good job. Well, it may be true that we didn't do the best job. We also shouldn't necessarily feel defeated and feel as if we've failed. First of all, we're never going to get a 10 out of 10 on this sort of thing. Very rarely, if ever, is any argument that you give a home run. Secondly, even if you do a poor job, something might have shaken loose. You might have just tapped onto something that really hits home for that person. And that could be enough to make them really think and consider Christianity. But what's important to remember is rarely do these sorts of engagements go smoothly. My feeling is that a lot of people really struggle with this idea that they're not good Christians because they can't evangelize or that they don't evangelize well. And I want to make clear that you don't have to feel bad about that. You just have to try. You're going to stumble on your words. You're going to mess up your arguments. You're going to say things that don't come across very clearly. It's very difficult to organize your thoughts and convey them in a clear fashion. And sometimes, even if it's as clear as can be, that's not enough to convince people, or some folks just won't get it. So keep all of this in mind when you engage someone. You needn't feel bad about yourself. You needn't feel that you've failed God in any way because you weren't particularly successful in your evangelical efforts or in your apologetics efforts. It never goes well. We're not perfect. So we shouldn't hold ourselves to a standard that is just impossible to meet. I hope that's helpful. I hope that encourages people to keep at it, to keep trying, to keep sharing their faith without fear of misrepresenting God or Christ. Just know that there's good reasons for what you believe. Learn what those reasons are. Do your best to memorize the evidence, memorize the arguments, and do your best to share them in a loving fashion with whoever it is that you're speaking to. That said, I pray you all have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time you're watching this video. God bless and take care.